So I'm back and I'm gonna make these strawberry scones. Now, I cut my strawberries up into little pieces, okay? And I macerated them, which means I put just about 2 teaspoons of sugar. I've got some more in there, but it's probably 2 cups that I had. I put a couple of teaspoons of sugar in it. You know, let it kind of sweeten up some, because some of them wasn't very sweet. And I didn't want to bite into a bitter strawberry. So I've got 1 cup of strawberries. I've got 1/3 cup of granulated sugar. I've got 1 stick of frozen butter I grated. Now you can use buttermilk or you can use sweet milk. I like buttermilk, but you can use sweet milk. It's whatever you prefer, okay? In this bowl here, I've got 2½ cups of self-rising flour. I want my scones to rise some, okay? So I'm going to put in my, well, actually I should have put in my sugar first. My sugar. Put your sugar in first. All right, that's good. All right. Make sure I get all that butter. 1 stick of frozen butter that I grated. And let me get my cutter here. And then you want to just cut your butter into that. Preheat your oven to 475. I do my biscuits on 500, but I'm doing the scones between 450 and 475. I may just try 450. My oven it needs a new seal around the door, and I have to play around with the temperature sometime, y'all. I'm gonna try 475 at first, see how it does. Because you don't want to put them in you want a hot oven, because, you know, when this butter hits that hot oven, it's gonna melt and it's gonna make wonderful things happen in your scones, okay? So we got our sugar, self-rising flour, which already has your salt in it, and our butter. Okay, now, there's one other ingredient that I'm going to add, if I can find it. I'm going to add, and the reason I do this is because it gives it some extra something. I'm going to add 1 heaping tablespoon of sour cream. If you don't have sour cream, you could use Greek yogurt. You don't even have to put this. I mean, it'd still work without it. I'm telling you, it would. Okay, add your strawberries. And that's 1 cup of strawberries. Now you can add more strawberries if you want. You can do this with blueberries. You can do this with any fruit you want, really. I'm just trying to break them up a little more. I don't really want it to get caught up in my pastry cutter, but I do want them in smaller pieces. Some of that juice will come out too. Okay. Now, so we got everything except our milk. And I will post this recipe in the description box. Please subscribe if you haven't, and share. All right, I'm gonna pour my milk in there. And like I said, you can use sweet milk. I just like the little tang that the buttermilk's gonna give it. I need a stool. Oh, man. And if it gets too wet, that's probably about a cup of milk. I would say a cup of milk. And I've got a little wet, so I'm gonna add just a little bit of extra flour. I should have measured the milk, I'm sorry. It was about a cup. Believe me. Whew, I gotta rest my arm a minute. It's a rainy day today, y'all. Flour does different things on different days. I tell you, it's weird. It's just about there. Now, this recipe is normally right, but like I said, it's rainy. It's a very wet day today. Refrigerator's so full. Okay. Now, flour my surface here. Just add you some flour on there. Get your bench scraper and just fold it in. I added way too much milk too. You don't want to knead it, but just a second. Just to, you know, get your strawberries moved around. And be gentle with it. Okay. I just don't want it sticky. You know what I mean? Okay. Now I'm going to slide that to the side. And I'm gonna pat these out. You can roll them out if you want to, but I think I'm gonna pat them out. Okay. 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 They're not perfect, but it's close enough. All right. Let me get my pan. And I've got a parchment lined pan here. You don't have to grease it if it's got parchment paper on it. You can do these in biscuit form if you want to. Alrighty. And no, they're not perfect, but they're close enough. Okay, I'm waiting for my oven to preheat. And I may stick them in the refrigerator until it preheats. If it don't, in just a minute. I'll be right back. I'm gonna wash my hands. All right, I changed my mind, like I always do. I put it on 425, and I'm gonna leave them in there between 18, 20 minutes. It may take longer, but I think that would work. And here, I've got a third of a cup. Y'all, sorry. My head stopped up because of weather. I guess it's the barometric pressure. I don't know. My ears are stopped up. But anyway, I got a third of a cup of powdered sugar. Little bitty pinch of salt. Not even just a little bit. Okay? Salt brings out flavor. Then some of the juice that I macerated, the strawberries, I poured into this too. It wasn't much, but enough to turn it that color. Then I added some cream, like whipping cream or milk, whichever one you have. And this is the consistency that you want. Okay? See? And I put some vanilla bean paste in it, just a little bit. This is gonna be my little drizzle glaze, whatever you want to call it. Okay? If you don't, if you, you can even add a little bit of strawberry jam to this. Mash it up really good and put in this. You can see the little, vanilla beans in it. I don't know, can y'all see it? Can y'all see the vanilla bean? So that'll be plenty. That'll be plenty. Okay, let's see what they look like, y'all. Ooh, they're gonna be big ones too. Ashley can carry some of them home with her. Okay, alrighty, I'll be back when they get done. Let's keep our fingers crossed. I think y'all might want to bake those between 425 and 475. If your oven gets really hot, I'd say 425, 450. But I had to put mine back up on 475. Like I said, my seal is, I need a new seal. But they're almost ready. And I melted some butter. I'm going to put over top of them. And then I'm going to put that wonderful stuff right here on it. So it's just about ready. Now, I don't like my scones real dark. If you want them darker, leave them in there. You know, just keep your eye on it. Leave it in there as long as, you know, just keep an eye on it. If you want it darker or, you know, more brown. But here they are, y'all. And they're beautiful. And they're tender. Probably have to eat it with a fork. I don't know. You gotta have butter on it. Alrighty. Now, you can wait till they cool to put this on if you don't want it to melt and you want it to still, you know, show up. You know what I'm saying. But I like to put it on it when it's hot. I wish y'all could smell these things. I wish y'all could be here and have a bite. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I have to get Randy up here to taste a one. Okay, let's see how it goes, y'all. I'm gonna get me a little one. Okay. And see, it's not too brown. I don't like it, you know, dark. And if you want to get extreme, it extreme. Oh. Oh. That's like eating strawberry shortcake. All right, let me get Randy. Now the buttermilk gives a little bit of twang. If you don't want the twang, use regular whole milk. Okay? But it is good. It's delicious. Let's see what he thinks.
Good.
You gonna try it with your cream? It's like eating strawberry shortcake, kind of. You like it?
Yeah.
If it was a hot dog or something like that, he'd be going, oh, this is good. But it is. But you decide on what kind of milk you want to use. Okay? I hope y'all make these. Got any questions? Leave me a comment and I will answer. See you later.